Hello everyone, happy Clues Day! Welcome to the Clues Day stream. I'm a Staney, variety streamer, art streamer, and voice actress, and today we're going to be finishing up Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders, before moving on to Night in the Woods. Great games! I'm looking forward to today. Hello HD, how you doing? Have a good night, Joda. Thanks for popping in. I think, because I don't really have much to announce, we are running a little bit late because I was like going on Twitter to tweet my going live tweet, which y'all could retweet and like for me because that boosts my engagement rate, which makes me more marketable to companies. But anyway, I was going on Twitter to do the going live tweet, and I saw someone looking for people who do D&D commissions, and I'm like, well, I should probably tweet that I do commissions. All right, hold on. Work too much today. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Mocho, doing a little work and lurk. Have a good work and lurk. Anyway, so that's why we're running a little bit late today. I will be surprised if I get anything from that because I feel like my style is not what they're looking for. But you know what? That's okay. Let's play video games. I am so bad at just chilling and hanging out in the intro, so you better get in here because we're going right into the game. I am a little bit envious of people who are really good at filling time and just chatting with their chat. I'm not like that. I'm just like, give me content because I can't make it on my own. Shoot those shots, maybe someone else will see it. Yeah, maybe. Technically, my commissions aren't really open right now because I'm working on a contest piece and I kind of need to devote a lot of time to that. But if it's the right job, I'll make exceptions. Oh no, a couple of professors who didn't feel comfortable in front of the camera needed far too many takes. Well, it happens. Sorry it made your day longer. As you can see, we're 92% complete, so I don't think there's much game left. Hey, Divine. I have been watching the old Poirot show from like the late 80s, early 90s, and it's pretty good. And it made me realize just how out of character my Poirot has been. Just finishing the previous stream. Well, come on in. We need to twirl if we can. Yeah. Twirl. Beautiful. Okay. What was I doing? Where am I going? I have a notebook, right? Go home. Oh. Where's home? This way?
Twirling's heaven, please.
Twirling's out of character. That's true, unless I'm twirling my mustache, I suppose.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe one or two details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
Ooh.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
I'm gonna laugh if there's only like 30 minutes left of this game.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Hercule! Hey, Kulan. bring the revolver to Hastings.
Daily Flicker, September the 11th, 1935. ABC Affair, Terminus Doncaster. Japp and Poirot arrest the killer.
Uh-huh.
A.B. Cost is the name of the alphabet murderer. The police have arrested him in a hotel in Doncaster. He was preparing to kill his fourth victim, Mr. Dick Dudley Dunbar, the establishment manager. Mr. Dunbar owes his life to the miraculous intervention of Inspector Japp of Scotland Yard and Detective Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot. Looks like the Barbican flat they used. Fun fact, there's a plague pit across the road from it. Huh.
The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Cost has a disturbed personality and memory disorders. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts. Therefore, he will not escape punishment.
I don't think he did it, though. Where do I keep my gun? Ooh, turn on the fan.
Ah, some cool air.
Lovely. Eat a biscuit? No. Gun cabinet?
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
I don't think I would use real bullets, right? I don't want to murder anybody. Fix the mustache.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment.
What is this? I forget. Oh, right, it's the ink ribbon. I'm worried.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used. It is almost new.
All right, let's go answer the telephone.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind. I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
I'm worried.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Hey, silent assassin.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let's do some deductions. Unfortunately, Silent Assassin, this is the end of this particular Poirot game. Okay, why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? So the body was still warm, so they found it quickly. I think I have to go with one of my theories, I assume. Maybe not. Okay. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Was it intentional? You know, even though they made a game of this? Yeah, it's the only one I could find. I heard someone say that there are other Poirot games. But this is the only one that's, I think, on Steam. It's called the ABC Murders, and it's fun. If you like Sherlock-style games, it's pretty similar to that. So, let's see. Okay, well, it's not these two then. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? So things that we know. The body was still warm. The piece of the envelope had a wrong address. The letter's late arrival saved the murderer because otherwise we would have caught them. Poirot's address is not very well known. The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. And the murderer always warned Poirot about his murders. Oh gosh, this is tricky. Yeah, we're putting little gray cells to work. I started watching the Poirot show. And it's pretty good. So, interestingly, it almost makes it feel like the mistake was intentional. Because if the murderer hadn't made the mistake, they would have been caught. And it's the only one that had a mistake on the address, right? Hey, Uni. I have no idea. Hello, Christy. It's a shame the show eventually ended. I miss it. Aw. They made a lot of seasons of it though, didn't they? Like 7 or something? Any ideas from y'all? Because I'm not quite sure what to put here. I guess I could brute force it. Time to brute force it, I guess. There's not that many combinations. I mean, there's a lot of combinations, but there's not that many. These little gray cells are working overtime. Okay, so it's not the first one. Not the second one. I guess I'm just kind of assuming that it's not xenophobia. Oh, apparently it's this. See? Oh, mistake is intentional. At least Poirot came to the same deduction I did. I just wasn't quite sure which pieces made that deduction. Why did the killer send his letters to Hercule Poirot? He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known? What? Okay, that doesn't make sense.
Is everything clear now?
No, that made it more confusing.
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses.
Oh.
The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because we weren't known by the post.
Because
I
for
get
his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
Yeah, I know, right?
You
Weird.
are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
He's being
Mr. Clark, the answer
manipulated
to
by
your
the real
question is in the
murderer.
medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
More deductions. Maybe we'll do better at these ones. What do we know about Cust? He's easily influenced. He is a door-to-door salesman. Okay. I feel like that is important. Like, he's clearly been influenced by the actual murderer. I don't think it's a coincidence, though. There we go. Mentally fragile, easy to manipulate. Yep. Presence at the crime scenes. Not those two. That doesn't make sense, though. It says Cuss buys newspapers that report on the case. He wanted to see the crime scenes, but we found him at the scene of the crime before the murders took place, so that doesn't quite track. Cuss was manipulated. The killer made him go to town to hide his tracks. He did not kill and did not have Dr. Clark's medical records. Yes.
Dr. Clark's patient's records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cuss once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cuss was following him closely. Cuss' highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cuss to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Oh, interesting. There are 3 murderers working together. The ABC killer is 3 different people in cahoots.
There is not one murderer, but 3 accomplices, who all use the same scenario.
Do you mean that 3 murderers with quite different aims joined forces to create a smoke screen? Here's another question. Is it still necessary to find a motive for each crime? And the one in Andover poses problem. Why was poor Mrs. Asher killed?
Indeed. It would be best to forget the theory.
Ah, dang. That was an interesting theory, but okay. Then maybe we'll go with the first one. The other 2 were to kind of like hide the motive.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
I will say...
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Also, he's...
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Oh, okay. Wow. I don't know what's up with Donald. I wish I knew what things pointed to Donald, because I don't know what Hercule's seen. We don't know what killed the first lady. All we know is she was struck on the back of the head with a blunt object, but we do know that the second person was strangled with a belt, which is a B weapon. The third person was cut with a knife, so I guess potentially C? But knife definitely doesn't start with C, unless it was like a ceramic knife. So far, the only weapon... An accident. Oh, wow. I don't even want to think about that, Donald.
Donald, too, has been treated by the doctor.
You're quite wrong, Mr. Poirot, and it shouldn't be difficult to prove.
Oui, please excuse me. It was a slip of the tongue. This is what I wanted to say.
Jeez, I don't know.
Donald, Sir Carmichael was one of your firm's customers. We found a surveyor's report among his papers that proves it.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
I feel
Let us
like
now
it's
try
Franklin
and get
Clark.
our brain cells to work.
I knew it was going to be one of these people. Okay, clever. I mean, he could be clever. Self-confident. No, he's not, though. He's easy to influence. He does like trains. I like that likes trains is a personality trait. So he doesn't quite fit the profile.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything.
I saw.
Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Indeed.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I do hope that you're able to sleep again. Okay, is Franklin clever? Heard in a previous stream you haven't been on a train. Correct. We don't really have trains here. Self-confident. Anta, thanks for hosting. Hello and welcome. Which one is it? That one? Oh, Plucky and Sure himself. There we go. Yeah, we just don't really have trains here. We don't really have a lot of public transportation. Pronouns! If you'd like to, feel free to put your pronouns in chat. My pronouns are she, her. Hi, Rex. Am I in time? We're about to solve the murder, I think.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
The browser extension isn't working for me right now. Yeah, I think Twitch made some changes behind the scenes that made it so that there's some problems with the browser extension, the pronouns browser extension, but they are working on fixing it or updating it so it works. I saw something about it on Twitter yesterday, so it may take some time for them to update it on their end.
Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no, you know perfectly well that is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
I think we're gonna bluff. My mom found out. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. We're gonna lie about fingerprints found on the typewriter because we know the letters were written in advance. And then the typewriter was sent to Cust. I think you're okay. Okay. That's good then.
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Yeah!
Of course, you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
Whoa. Was that it? Oh, good thing we put blanks in it.
I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, there is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Just prank this guy? Kinda. I will say, by the end, I felt very, very Poirot.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England. Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married. On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
Oh, well, good for her.
And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since. Journal of an Innocent, the incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press.
She was poisoned, I think so.
And with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire. even more popular than York Minster.
And that's it. Less than an hour. Probably could have finished it last week, but oh well. That was fun. Would recommend. Speedrun? Shall we stretch? Alright then. Let's give our little brains a break. I mean, we're gonna be playing Night in the Woods, and it's a bit of a mystery. But it's also a good story. Love Night in the Woods? It's a really good game. I'm really excited to play it. Have a mystery for you? Okay. Need to moisturize my hands? Okay. What do you play now? Night in the Woods! I already made plans because I knew that we weren't going to do this the whole stream. Once played a game, thought I'd have hours left, and then 10 minutes into stream, the game ends. I thought we'd have an hour, and I overestimated it a little. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do all the voices. We're gonna try to make all the best choices. We're gonna be all like, May, why you do this? It's gonna be fun. It's just comfy for some reason to me. That's fine. It's a comfy kind of game. It has so much heart. It's playing this one thing and it casually had a gay couple mentioned in a readable and I was like, oh gosh, representation. Nice. Yes, it was. That's the version I'm going to be playing, even though I also have it on the Epic Store. A modded Dark Souls boss is going to take 8 hours of constant trying to stream. Me and a friend beat it in both our worlds in under an hour. Well. Hey, Phantom, we did! We outmaneuvered him at every turn. Bought and played 0 games. I've played a few things from it. Arcade Spirits is in it. Golf Peaks is a really fun golfing card game that's in it. What else? Astrologaster, which we played a few weeks back, where we were solving medical problems with astrology and had the choir. That's in it. What else? A Short Hike, I think, is in it, which is a really cute game. It's only a few hours, like maybe a 4-hour game, 3.5, 4-hour game, where you just like explore this island and you're a bird person and you get to fly around and try to climb to the top. You should probably do that then, Rex. It's like being in a restaurant with a really long menu. I'm just paralyzed by the size. Overland is also really good. have till July. Well, you better get it done. Remember where I saw Night in the Woods gameplay on Twitch for the first time? I'm trying to remember where I first watched it. It was Derek? I think... Was it Derek for me too? No, I think I had already seen it by then. I think for me it might have been Dodger. Because I remember her voices for some of the characters. I think the first stream I ever saw of Derek's was Dark Souls, and I'm like, well, I'm never gonna watch a Derek stream if he's just playing Dark Souls. And then I realized he also plays point and clicks, and I'm like, well then, hello. I watched a streamer I decided I wouldn't want to watch play the specific game, and would rather wait for Steam. Well, there you go. As soon as we get through these credits, we're gonna play Night in the Woods. And we're gonna do full voices, and it's gonna be fun. And emotional, probably. Sounds spooky? It has its spooky elements. You know this game? It's a good game. Need to DM Derek now. Think nothing will beat that astrology game. Astrologaster? That was so fun. Yeah, that's Astrologaster. Which you own if you bought the bundle for racial justice and equality. You can make different choices and see what happens. These are long credits. Though, as long as they're not as long as Fallout's, then it's probably fine. HD! Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Rex! Rex, enjoy the sub. Got the oven on self-clean right now, and the smell's giving me a headache. Oh no! Rex, enjoy the emotes. Welcome on in. Thank you for playing. We made it to the end of the credits. Wait, is it just starting over? I think it's just rolling forever. You know what? F that. So, we ended up getting 464 out of 600 ego points. Did we get any... oh, we could redo the... Let's look at the trophies. What do we miss? Eagle's Eye. Donkeys. Tomcats. Sheriff Mustache. Oh, because we picked a non-violent solution to the problem. I'm guessing the sheriff one would be the violent one. Oh, and because we got the... It's an anti-trophy for making Mary Dower cry. You showed brutality unworthy of Hercule Poirot. Get a grip on yourself. blood dragon ones. Oh, secret heart. You can't hide anything from Uncle Poirot. He pierces the best kept secrets of the heart with great ease. For example, those of the beautiful Thora. All right, well, we did it.